Well, well, well. It's engine time. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, Cole here with Classic Mini DIY, and it's finally time to start engine assembly. And part one of engine assembly is painting the block and the head that is sitting right down there. We're going to get those painted. I'm going to be using an Eastwood 2K primer and a 2K paint made specifically for engines. I'm really excited to give that paint a try. Last time I used something called POR 15. This time I wanted to try something different. I am going to be doing it in a lovely blue finish. It's going to look great. And yeah, I managed to get all these engine parts back from the machine shop in time before the shelter in place went in effect here in Charlotte. So here it is. We get to do this stuff while I'm stuck inside the house. But before we get started, let's take a chance to appreciate the quality of this machine work. Now you may or may not have noticed, but there are two new head stud locations for my 11 stud head. That's something that I did decide to upgrade on this block here so that I could get a head that has a little bit more clamping force so that when I add the boost, it doesn't damage anything. These two head studs were drilled in and tapped by my machine shop. It's not something that I felt comfortable doing. So he took that on so that when we put the new head on, we have two new locations for our 11 stud head. Now before we paint this, we need to prime it. And before we prime it, we need to clean it. And before we clean it, we need to tape off all the surfaces that are not going to get painted. But I'm going to allow you guys to skip that part because it can be a little boring. So let's use a little bit of magic and get these things masked off. All right, so you can see I've got all this taped off the way that I want it to be taped off. The valve cover I have on here was a custom valve cover I did a long time ago. It's seen better days and has since become my painting valve cover. So I put this on when I want to paint something and keep like the valves clean, things like that. Works pretty well. But I've got everything masked off that I want to have masked off. Now all that we have to do is bring this outside. We're going to prime it first with the 2K primer, and then we are going to paint it with the 2K paint. So let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have a painted cylinder head, a painted block, and they are now ready for assembly, which is pretty exciting stuff. I'm really pleased with the Eastwood paint that I used. If that's something that you guys are interested in, it's an activated 2K paint, so it's an actual enamel, and it comes with a hardener built into it. So you activate it on the bottom of the can here, and then shake it up, and then you have effectively a 2K paint that you can spray on at home. It's really awesome. It comes in quite a few different colors. Obviously, I chose blue for my car, but you can do whatever suits your project and your engine. They offer engine paint as well as regular auto body paint, which you can use to paint your car. I tried that in a previous episode. Unfortunately, I couldn't match the color of what I've got on my car so well. Anyway, so that's going to wrap up this episode of Classic Mini DIY. I just wanted to tackle the painting in one episode, and on the next episode of the Supercharged build, we are going to tackle building out the bottom end of the engine. So that means crankshaft, camshaft, pistons, and then we'll see where we get to from there. I think that's going to be enough to cover one episode because that stuff does take a little while. If you guys have any questions about this paint, have any questions about the build, where it's at right now, feel free to post them in the comment section. But until I see you guys on the next episode, enjoy those minis and motor on.